part 3 of the Common Sense lecture. Moonlight to all. Is life about working your whole life? Working until you're sick? Working to die? Or is life about living forever? Being healthy? Being high vibrational? High energy? Life is about living free. So you look around and you tell me, is this life? Or is this, as some people may say, a simulation? Is this a system and not a world we're living in? You look around and you tell me, is this life? And if it isn't, should we not be saying something about it? Should we not be roaring to the gods? You look around and you tell me, should I be content with this state of reality? You look around and you tell me, am I crazy for me working day and night, confessing and testifying about what I witnessed living among these people in a world like this? You tell me, am I supposed to be here and doing what I'm doing? Or am I supposed to be out there in the streets or in a devil's tomb working for him? You tell me, should I be in the fast lane or should I be in this lane, the slow way? You look around and you tell me, is this really a world you would really prefer to procreate in? As in populate and repopulate and be fruitful. Is this world even fruitful? Is there even enough fruit to go around? Is it even fresh? You look around and you tell me what I should be doing with my time. You look around and you tell me is this normal? You can say it's not normal, but turn around and turn on a TV and act like ain't your business. You could tell me this is not normal, but turn around and get married and act like you playing Playhouse Disney. You can say this is not normal, but still open up your legs and have sex unprotected, and in 4 years have 4 kids. The hypocrisy. Where is the solid individual here that is walking and talking with sense, common sense? That walk and talk that talk, that say what they know and know what they say. Is anybody there or here? Because you find out you're talking to someone that don't walk the talk and talk the walk. They said it's not normal here, but I'm pregnant right now. And I was just pregnant last year. And the year before that. Huh? And the majority don't look at them like they're crazy, but will turn around and look at me and say I'm supposed to shut up. Why do you think? It ain't funny, it's just a mechanism. Common sense. Common sense, children. The children even know better. Common sense, adults. Because they clearly seem like they're the ones that never knew. They don't know. Common sense, adults. But it's normal. Well, your actions showing it. You've been pregnant 3 times in the last 3 years. But it has to be normal to you. No, it's not normal. Okay, well, can you like not? Can you show that it's not, please? Because if God is looking down and he's looking at you, he's like, listen, she must be very comfortable. She must be very comfortable. She must be blessed from the heavens because she got 3 kids and counting. But you come down to earth and she on, on Section 8 in the hood in a rat infested cardboard box. But from the heavens, it's like, yo, you must be doing good because you're not complaining. You're not roaring. You're still popping out children like popcorn. Is there a parasite in these people's minds that I'm not really like seeing? Is there a parasite going around? Because you never want to say the person is a parasite now that they're acting like one, but there's something in them. Is there something in them, Father? Is there some sort of parasite? Because their words are not matching their actions. They're becoming hypocrites at its highest level. Because they still want a person to idolize them. They still want to be an influence in the world. They still say that they're leaders and that they have leadership. Something ain't right. Not only is this hypocrisy and mockery, but this is like insulting at its highest level. This is insulting to an actual leader. And these people are winning right now. These people are married, having kids, acting like it's Playhouse Disney, when they really got a parasite. And they're really walking hypocrisies. They're really, everything about it is blasphemy. It's like looking at Sodom and Gomorrah and thinking that's a blessing, when it's really an infection waiting to burst out puss. Yeah, and infect everybody else. Like the moment that it hits your forehead, it's like alien saliva. Toxic. Yeah. You're going to find yourself in the burn. You're going to find yourself in the burn unit. That's how toxic it is. Not that you've been promoted. No, you've been infected. That's how I look at it. Something ain't right. They look at They look at the club as a church, Father. No, for real, like religiously. Like they go into the club like they religious. Like this is some religious institute. Like it's some religious mandatory thing that they have to do. If only they put this energy into righteousness and justice. Lord, if only. Can I say that again? If only they put that energy into justice and truth. Where would the world be? Headed in a straight direction, wouldn't it? And you'd be actually like happy that children were born into the world. But in the current state, they're born into sin. Why do you think? Common sense. Sodom and Gomorrah. They probably having baptisms in clubs now. They probably giving birth there. I wouldn't be surprised if you found a club in a hospital on the 45th floor. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They got gyms there. They got spas there. They got swimming pools there. They got salons there. They got McDonald's there. That ain't funny. It's just mechanism. I wouldn't be surprised, y'all. And then they just happen to have a chapel there. And I'm sure ain't nobody in there. But it's there though. Why not, right? Let's just add a chapel. Just so. We got everything else. Let's just add a chapel. Not that they'll go, but let's just add it so that we know that we did our part. Now it's up to the people. So you look at the people and you see how you find them in the club, in the hospital. They have swimming pool. They have Mickey D's, but ain't nobody in the chapel. Is that surprising? No. That's common sense. This is the Common Sense Lecture, Part 3. Now, what am I expected to be with all this truth, all this wisdom, all this sacred knowledge? What am I supposed to be? Who am I supposed to need? And like what? Exactly. All I need is me. Where would you find me? Alone. Because you're the only thing. You're the only thing that has the common sense. You just find that person on a mountain somewhere, roaring it with some, all they're filled with is counsel. You ain't not no preaching till you know them. You ain't not know a sermon till you know them. You ain't not no philosophy until you know that person with common sense. But there are so many preachers and so many lecturers and so many philosophers. And not only that, but you can actually go and acquire a degree. Let me tell you this. You can actually go to school and have a quote unquote philosopher teach you how to be a philosopher. You can go to school and be taught by a quote unquote preacher to be a preacher. They're just popping out children. That's what I'm seeing it as. They're just popping out fake children, fake doctrines. They're popping out aliens. They just allowed anyone in the seat. They just giving all these people titles. Everybody. Everyone can acquire these degrees. Everyone can now sit in these seats. Everyone can now teach these things. Your granny, father's uncle, nephew, godson is a preacher now. Your sister's brother's baby is now a preacher. You see how this world want to make you crazy? You see how this world will have you roaring? Do you see, if you were in your right mind with common sense? That's the key thing. If you had common sense, do you see how this is a mockery to you? Do you see how you, out of everyone, would have to watch yourself? You would have to watch your emotions. You would have to watch your mouth. You would have to watch it. Because out of everyone, you would have had something to say, and it would not sound pretty. And it would not sound gentle. Because there is no way. Here's the thing. Everyone, the oblivious people that claim to be oblivious, they would have been the only ones that had an issue with you. The ones that are creating this agenda, they would have been waiting for you. They would have known that they would have only had but so much time to put out this nonsense, because the real thing would eventually come on the scene, would eventually rise up. They only had but so much time. But to everyone else, you're the problem. To everyone else, you're negative Nancy. To everyone, you're the black Karen. Okay? Just in the black way. You're a Karen, just in the black way. So at least the black Karen has common sense, right? But she's a Karen because she always got something to say. Okay? So yeah, to the people that clearly don't know nothing, and that's a headache of its own. Dealing with people that don't know nothing. You're still the problem too. Because you want to throw rocks at me, right? You want to throw rocks at a person because you don't know, because you can't see. You shouldn't even be throwing rocks, period. That's the thing. That's what you'll have against these people, because it's like, you didn't have to throw rocks at me. You could have just shut your mouth. Because it isn't like I'm throwing rocks at somebody to where, okay, you're throwing rocks back. No, I'm just saying something. Right? Your opinion. Everyone has the right to opinions. But they want to throw rocks. They want to, go up against you. When they could have been like, oh, just let this crazy woman talk. Because everyone else talks, let her talk. Everyone else has opinions, let her have her opinions. That's what you'll have against these people. They think they're safe because, oh, they're oblivious. Okay. If you were so much oblivious and so much innocent, what you throwing rocks for? What you trying to get me fired for? What you trying to cancel me for? What you trying to, now you find out you're out of a job. You're losing money. You cost this person their lifestyle, their life. But you're so much oblivious and you're so innocent. No, you're not. Anyway, so there's the people, and then there's, right, the people that quote unquote oblivious, and then there's the people that has mastermind this and clearly quote unquote deceived most of the world. Well, those people that quote unquote deceived most of the world, they know you exist. They know someone like me exists. They're waiting for that because they're the imposter sitting in a seat that I should be sitting in, not their seat, but they're in a position that they're not qualified for. You understand me? Just like your granny's brother, aunt, nephew's godson went to school to be a preacher. Well, guess what? He's not qualified. How about that? He's not qualified by God. Okay? Now, he may be qualified in the system because he took the test, a test in the system, the systematic test. He passed that test. But understand me, what position are you in? You're in a position to teach the world. What are you teaching them? Systematically? Or are you teaching them godly things? Are you teaching them natural things? Are you teaching them outside of the system sort of philosophies? Are you teaching them these things, or can you not, because your mind is worldly? Your mind is only systematically. Because you only know what you know, because you only see what you see. Well, like I said, you're not qualified. See, that is what people forget. There is a difference between being a qualified in a system and just being qualified. It has become this thing where you can be qualified in the system and not be qualified by God. It has become this division when it's like, no. It should have never been, oh, you're qualified in the system. The system should have never existed to where now, oh, you can pass a test and become a preacher in the system and now be surprised that these preachers are homosexuals and predators and pedophiles and rapists. Now you're surprised? No, there should have never been any surprise because they were never preachers to begin with. They were never true preachers. They were just individuals that just acquired a degree, that were just taught by another pedophile and predator, and that's it. They were never taught by God. They were never in the school of God. They were in the school of hypocrites and mockers. They were in a school ran by imposters. That's it. So are you surprised that all of the people that they acquire, they give degrees to, all the children that they pop out come from the same tree? There are imposters too that come to be predators. No, you should not be surprised in the system. Because God did not create the system, man did. And man gives birth to these offsprings. That this tree that they have been rooted in gives off these fruits. Do you see the analogy? Is this tree rotten or is this tree good? The fruit depends. It depends on the tree whether the fruit will be healthy, good. Where is the source? Who is the source? Who are you being taught by? Who's giving birth to these things? Is man giving birth to these things, or is it God? Because if it's God, then it's natural. That's common sense. And I'll leave it there.